supposed to put the first 500 in the safe and lose the combination.
Hey yo, what is up everyone? It's your boy Cav. Welcome back to yet another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to analyze the charts and how to simplify your trading. So we're going to be looking at CAD JPY, and I'm going to be going step by step and showing you guys how to analyze the chart and how to simplify everything for yourself. Now, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is hop onto a bigger time frame. So we're going to go onto a monthly chart. Now, after going to the monthly chart, you want to see what the market has been doing. Overall, we can see that the market has been very bullish. The market has been making higher highs and higher lows. You can clearly see that the market has been pushing up. So you want to make sure that you push with the market to the upside and you do not go against what the market is doing right here. Now, the very next thing that tells me that the market is very bullish is that price is actually operating above this previous structure right here. This was a very strong resistance level, and you can clearly see that price has crossed above this level right here. It pushed up, it retested this level right here, and you can clearly see that price is making a second touch on this level right here, and there are very high chances that price might push all the way to the upside to come to this area right here. So before we hop onto smaller time frames, I'm just going to highlight this level right here, and we're going to go onto our daily chart. And when we add our daily chart, you can clearly see that the market has been pushing up, and we're just going to draw our trend line right here. And you can clearly see that the market pushed all the way to the upside. Before we continue, let's go back to the weekly chart. I want us to mark this candle right here. You can clearly see that this candle pushed all the way to the upside. Now, what's beautiful about this setup is that I always say that you have to look for bearish candles when you want to push with the market, because what a bearish candle is essentially telling you is that price is low enough for you to buy so you can push with the market. It doesn't make sense for you to try to buy when price is high. It actually makes more sense for you to buy when price is low. So you want to buy a low price and push with the market to the upside. You do not want to buy when price is high, because price will do a retest before it pushes all the way to the upside. And what it's going to do is that it's going to hit your SL before it pushes all the way to the upside. So what we're seeing right here is that we have a very beautiful bearish candle right here, which indicates that price is low enough for us to buy. And when we hop onto smaller time frames, I want us to hop onto an hour chart. So from our bigger time frame, we have analyzed that price is in an overall uptrend, and that is supported by this blue zone right here, which indicates that price is at a very strong support level. You can see right here that price respected this zone, and we have another respect right here. And this very weak, we can clearly see that price pushed all the way to our zone right here, and that's when price started pushing all the way to the upside. So what I'm projecting from this pair is that price is going to continue pushing all the way to the upside, because I can also see that it has pushed above its previous high right here. So there are very high chances that price might come all the way to this zone right here and continue pushing all the way to the upside. So this was a beautiful buy to push all the way to the upside. And the way that you could have analyzed this is by going to the bigger time frame to analyze where the market is situated. And that would have allowed you to see that overall price is pushing to the upside, and you should be focusing with pushes to the upside so you can flow with the market and not go against the market. Now, I want us to look at a different pair, illustrate how you can actually simplify your chart and know where the market is going and flow with the market without going against the wave. Now, let's look at GBPCAD. Again, the very first thing that you want to do is you want to hop onto a monthly chart. Let me just clear that to see what the market has been doing. So overall, we can clearly see that the market has been pushing all the way to the upside. So this has been a push to the upside. And you can see that there's been impulses, corrections, and the market has been pushing all the way to the upside. And what's very interesting is that price is actually above its previous high right here. You can clearly see that the market made a higher high right here. After making that higher high, it came back for a retest and it pushed with this strong bullish candle. And what the market is doing right now is that it is giving us a correction before it can continue pushing all the way to the upside. So what we're going to do is, on smaller time frames, we know that the market is definitely going to be pushing to the downside. Now, you don't have to take those sells to push with the market to the downside. You can always just wait for the market to give you a proper setup so you can push with it to the upside. So let's go to the daily chart to see what is going on there. Can clearly see, like we have noted on our bigger time frame, that the market has been pushing all the way to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows, and price has actually pushed above this zone right here. You can see that price has been struggling to push above here, and it finally did. And when we zoom in to see what happened here, you can clearly see that price actually respected this zone. It pushed all the way to the upside, came back for a retest, and pushed all the way to the upside. So what we want to see right here is for price to actually come all the way to this zone, take out stop losses, and once it's done taking stop losses, that's when we're going to try to move with the market all the way to the upside. And the reason you want to do this is to allow the market to start giving you proper moves to the upside. You don't want to move when the market is falling. When the market is actually falling like this, it's very dangerous for you to place trades and think that the market is just going to push to the upside. It is very similar to catching a falling knife. You want to wait for the market to start changing in character and showing you that it's slowing in momentum, and that's when you're going to start taking your buys to push with the market all the way to the upside. So we're looking for a very similar thing right here. You can clearly see that the market has pushed all the way to the downside, but it is not ready for buys yet. You want to wait for the market to give you those proper buys, and that's when you will start placing your trades to push with the market to the upside. So when we hop onto an hour chart, you will clearly see that the market has been pushing to the downside, and it has actually formed this trend line right here. So we can draw a trend line like that, and for as long as price is actually playing below this trend line, we're not going to touch price. We're only going to be interested in price once it starts crossing above this blue zone right here. So price will do whatever it does, and then as soon as it starts changing in character and showing that it wants to push to the upside, that's when and only when we will start placing our trades to push with the market to the upside. Now I want us to look at the very last pair to see what the market did throughout the week, and in doing so you guys can pick up a thing or two on how to approach the market and how to simplify the chart for yourself so you can know when to look for trades and when not to look for trades. Just a random pair. Let's look at EURNZD. Again, the very first thing that you want to do is you want to go onto a bigger time frame. Going onto a big time frame will allow you to see what the market has been doing overall. Can clearly see that overall price has been pushing to the upside, and the more you actually practice this, is the quicker you're going to see what price is actually doing. You can clearly see that price has made multiple touches right here, which is an indication that price is pushing to the upside. But what we should rather be focused on is this zone right here. You can clearly see that price has been struggling to push below this zone right here, which could actually indicate that this is a very strong level, and we might want to look at that when we want to push with the market to the upside. Another factor that is very interesting is when I draw a trend line like that, you can clearly see that price is actually at our trend line, and there's a very high chance that price might just push all the way to the upside. So I want us to go onto a smaller time frame like our daily chart and see what price is actually doing there. When we hop onto our daily chart, you can clearly see that price has made a few touches right here. Price has made a touch, another touch, and then that's when it started pushing all the way to the upside, and it has been ranging for months and months. And finally, you can clearly see that price has been ranging in this zone for months, and it has finally come to our zone right here. And there's a very high chance that price might just start pushing all the way to the upside. So, but for as long as price is actually pretty bearish, I wouldn't want to place any buys to push with the market to the upside. I would rather want to wait for price to finish its bearish moves, and once it starts changing in character, that's when I would start buying price to push all the way to the upside. There are a lot of different scenarios that can play out at this zone. I would rather wait for price to do whatever it wants to do, take out stop losses, and once it's done and starts moving in a bearish momentum, that's when I'm gonna hop onto the chart to try to push with the market to the upside, which is going to add on to my other reasons as to why I think that price would actually push all the way to the upside. This would also be a head and shoulder setup, with this being our left shoulder and this being our head, and then this being our right shoulder. And once price plays around this zone right here, that's when I would take price to push all the way to the upside. And this is just simply how you approach the chart, and you simplify the way that you look at the chart. The more you strive for simplicity in approaching these charts, is the more you're going to see what price is actually doing and trade what price is actually telling you instead of what you think price has to do. Remember, we are not telling the market where it should go, but we are rather following what price is telling us. So in making our projections, we're not telling price to go to the upside or to go to the downside. We rather wait for price to give us whatever it gives us, and based on what it gives us, that's when we're going to take decisions on whether we're going to be buying or selling price. This has been another exciting video. I hope you guys gained a lot of value from this video, and if you did, do make sure that you leave a thumbs up, because I'm going to be dropping more helpful content to assist beginner traders and navigate their way within the markets and to start profiting from the markets. This has been me, Kev, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
You're supposed to put the first 500 in the safe and lose the combination.